Okay, so today I'm going to show you how can you detect the local pair. Something like when you're using Photon inside Unity, you say that is mine, which tells you that this is your local client and this is your local player. So today I'm going to show you how can you do the same thing inside Unreal. If when you're doing the replication and when you're making a multiplayer game, you will need this thing very often. So there is a very simple way to detect this thing. Let me show you. Let me open this third-person controller example, and I'll show you how can you detect the IsMine functionality just like Photon. So third person character, we'll open this, and here I'll create another function with the same name. So I'll rename this function to IsMine, and this function should return a bool value. I'll rename it the value. So to detect if this is your local player, then you have to do two things. First of all, you have to get your player character, and get a reference to self, and then you have to compare these two. So equal. So if the character equals your self, like this third person controller, another check you have to add here is locally controlled. So both of these things, like we can add an AND boolean here, and if both of these things are true, it will return you that this is your local player. Is locally controlled is typically a different functionality, like it doesn't give you the exact functionality like IsMine, so you have to add this extra check for getting the IsMine functionality, just like you do in Photon with Unity. So to test this, we can call this inside the event begin play, or even let me bind it with a key. So input key Z, and we'll bind this to IsMine. We'll call this function, and I'll simply print here this IsMine bool. So if we are pressing from the local player, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So I'll print it for 5 seconds. I have to build the server and I have to build the client. I'm using the dedicated server, so I have to build the dedicated server and also build the client. So now I want to create the server build. Now I have to create a client build. Okay, first I have to run the server build so that my player connects to the dedicated server, and then I have to run the client build. So running the client build, here you can see this is one instance of the client build. I need to run 2 instances of the client build to test the functionality properly. So this is another instance of the client build. Let's connect both of these clients with the local server. So I'll load scene here, and I'll also load scene here. So here you can see both players are connected, and now if I press Z on this instance, you will see only this instance is printing the true statement. If I want to I'm going to press Z key on this instance, you can see the true statement prints over here only. So this is the very basic functionality that you will need very often when you are making a multiplayer game. So to get a local player instance, you can simply write this very little code snippet, and it will help you a lot. Thank you.